Jeremy, what do you think? Why do LGBT people attend your church? It's not fully affirming of LGBT folks.
Um, I had this memorable experience that sums up the answer to that question. I went to this back when it was roughly 20, probably 13, but I consider myself not a Christian then. But I was experimenting with NCC. And they had a series called Grace, Truth, and Homosexuality. It was a 4-week course. And they had 6 people, 2 who were seeking same-sex marriage, 2 who were celibate, and 2 who wanted to leave the lifestyle. And I remember the panel about the third week, there was an individual in the middle who was really frustrated with NCC not being an affirming church. And someone in the audience boldly asked him, well, then why are you here? And it's almost as if the question caught him off guard because the answer was kind of an obvious one, which is I still spiritually grow here. And to me, that whole exchange summarized a really simple point, and Kim made it again, which is this is where their family is. And family is going to disagree on some things. But if it's where you're called, um, don't let the details of the disagreement outweigh where you're called. Um, I mean, Kim, you've shared like you were sharing earlier about your denomination's stance and that it requires certain beliefs, but it doesn't mean we can't be a part of. You can't gay folks or can't. It doesn't mean they can't be a part of it just because it has a particular stance. And I think that's
Mhm.
just true. That's just a true thing we need to keep. We need to say it with confidence. We almost say it sheepishly, like, "Oh well, you know." If you disagree, then find a place that agrees with you. Well, that'd be impossible. Once, if we were line out all of our beliefs, I'm sure we would not line up. And I think then that begs the question: how come this issue of sexual orientation or some of the other controversial issues, how come those things rise to such a level of importance? If you're growing and if the Holy Spirit is showing up, I think that's all you need. Um, the details will work itself out. I mean, I remember in the 90s, my parents were leaving churches because some spoke in tongues and some didn't. That was a big deal in the 90s to them.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah.
like, ooh, we were accused of heading towards snake handling, like stigmatizing certain things. I mean, these things just they come in cycles.
Isn't it amazing how we look back on that and smile now? It was serious.
It was serious. I mean,
It's tough.
and for the record, I'm not disparaging snake handling. I'm just
Right.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
disparaging. I'm just saying like we're so quick to point out differences and say, but are you going this far? Because if you're going this far, wouldn't you agree? We use hyperbole to, well, this is too far. Like, well, what?
Yeah.
I get it, and those things are done in good faith too. They have to be recognized as long as they're done in good faith. It's like, let's not jump all the way there. I mean, I think I'm not as well versed in the Bible as you all, but like I think Paul talks about this, like divisions in the church. Like this is an old
Yes.
old
Yeah.
thing.
Uh-huh. Truth. Yeah.